This is something that I have to share with people. I got some new trousers the other day. I actually got them from my wife, and they are gaucho pants. And, oh my lord, I have seen the light. They are so comfortable. I absolutely adore them. Now, often, for much of my life, I have been a trousers person. I do not like shorts. I only wear shorts when I'm at home. I do not like showing my legs. I don't like people looking at my legs. Not that there's anything particularly wrong with them. I just don't feel comfortable with it. I never have. It's the same with my arms. I don't like people looking at my arms. I don't like showing skin. I like covering myself. And if I could, I would cover myself from head to toe and just maybe leave a part of my face showing, maybe just my eyes. That's it. I don't like showing myself to people. Anyway, I got these trousers and they are so loose and baggy and they are so comfortable. And it brings me to the conclusion that modern fashion is absolutely awful. And there's a reason why I think this. Now, I don't like the uniformity of fashion anyway, especially men's fashion. As someone who was born male and is placed into a box of masculinity and is told that I must wear a certain type of thing, and going outside of that means that I am veering into feminine territory, thus no longer a man, and I should feel bad about myself. And people will let me know that I should feel bad about myself because people have always told me those things. Like when I told people that I like doing crochet, I was called gay and that I was, effeminate and stuff like that. Oh well, life's like that, isn't it? So, continuing, I got these trousers and they are so comfortable. I love wearing them. I like feeling the airiness. I like feeling the airiness on my legs, but I don't have to show people my legs. It's like the perfect sort of balance. And I feel cooler. I don't feel like my legs are being restricted. I mean, women have so many more options for clothing than men do. And they have clothes that are not so restrictive. Though, of course, there are lots of clothes that are super restrictive. Like the yoga trousers. Oh my god. I couldn't wear those. They would make me feel like my legs are being crushed. I am not terribly keen on those sorts of clothes at all. So I would not wear those myself. But I did when I was younger during the sort of punk rock phase where, skinny jeans, that was what was in at the time. And I was in my early 20s and I wanted to kind of keep up with what was trendy at the time. And so I did, though I've never been very good at fashion. I've always been a bit meh. And my life has always been hoodies. Like I am just hoodies. That's all. That's me, especially hoodies with the zip at the front. I don't like the hoodies so much that don't have the zip at the front. It has to have the zip. The zip is where it's at. I don't know why. That's just my preference. And one of my favorite hoodies actually is a big hat. I got it because I live in Japan. There's lots of interesting clothing here. And so I have this big hat hoodie. And it's unfortunately made from like plastic, which I'm not terribly keen on. I like to use natural materials rather than plastic materials if I can help it. And the trousers I got, I don't know what they are. Maybe they're cotton. I could be wrong though. But I want to get some like these gaucho pants in a different material, maybe like hemp or linen, or maybe like a linen blend with cotton. I don't know, something. I love the look of linen though, even though it's all crinkly and stuff. That kind of, I don't know, I feel like that almost gives it a kind of appeal in its own right. But anyway, I love the feeling of these trousers, but sometimes I do feel like I'm kind of wearing a skirt. And so when I'm outside, I do feel a little self-conscious about it, even though I know I shouldn't. Although there will probably be people that tell me that I should feel self-conscious because that's not masculine. Men aren't meant to wear skirts. But then, go to all different areas of the world. You've got longi, I think it is, in Myanmar, and you've got sarongs in other areas. So those things have always been around. It's just this stupid modern idea about what masculinity and femininity are. Um, I myself don't really care for hyper gendered stuff. Like, there are some things that I really like that are really feminine, and there are some things that I really like that are really masculine. For example, if I'm talking about feminine stuff, I like plushies, and I like a character called My Sweet Piano, all because of a Netflix show, because she was like the right color pink, and she was super cool. She played ukulele like I do, and she kicked ass the whole time. She was beating down all the enemies and taking them all out. And so I was like, she is so cool. I love her. She's my favorite. And so yeah, she is hyper feminine. She is really pink. She's got a little bow, and she is a super feminine character. And I really love her. I think she's great. But I also love Skajang, which is like the American like bomber jacket things that they have, and they are super hyper masculine. So there are some things that I like that are masculine and some things that I like that are feminine. But most of the time, I just kind of operate in between. And I look at a lot of the hyper masculine stuff and it makes me really uncomfortable. And I look at a lot of the hyper feminine stuff and that makes me really uncomfortable. Like, for example, maids and that sort of stuff, and a lot of like the really, really feminine makeup and stuff. It's not my jam at all. And then I see the super masculine stuff and I'm just like, no, 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 no. And I think it's what it represents more than anything, because it represents these ideas of masculinity and femininity that just don't appeal to me. I've never liked this whole like gender war stuff, like, you know, men versus women, battle of the sexes. It all just seems so stupid to me. And I've never really been particularly close with lots of men anyway, so I just always felt like, why am I being put in the category with all of these people when I don't see eye to eye with them? It seemed kind of unfair anyway, but I digress. Going back to the original point was, I love these gaucho pants, and I wish more people would wear clothes like this, especially guys, though obviously they don't have to. But they are so comfortable. They're so baggy and open, and I don't know that I ever want to go back, even though I can probably never ever wear these clothes in Australia because I would not be treated particularly kindly. But oh well, that's life. Anyway, if you also like gaucho pants or any other different types of fashion, please let me know. I'm not good with fashion though. I don't proclaim to be a fashionista or anything like that. And I often find fashion to be kind of annoying. But I do like clothing and I do like making clothing. And I do like wearing certain types of clothes that are comfortable for me. And I think that might also be a part of the sensory stuff that I have issues with, because often I can't wear socks. I hate having socks on because it feels like it's, I don't know. I suppose it must be like when a woman takes her bra off at the end of the day. It's like, release. That's what it feels like with me and socks. I can only guess so because I've never worn a bra or had that experience. So I can only guess. But whenever I do take off my socks, I do feel this kind of sense of, relief. But I'm only guessing because, as I said, I don't have enough information. But yes, please let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and please be nice.